Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes, and today, while I'm going to be reviewing the comic book Grommets issue 1, you're also unfortunately just going to have to put up with me talking about myself for a while, because part of my review of this comic book has to be based on the idea that I have a certain bias towards the subject matter, and I figure it's kind of worth getting into why it does matter so much to me, because I've been a fan of skateboarding pretty much my entire life, since I first discovered it as a kid in junior school, and I was never great at it. I got good enough that I could do a drop in, I could do some lip tricks. I never really got much air, I never really had the confidence to do that. I was okay at doing a kickflip here or there, but I never got really good at it for one weird reason, and that is, as a kid I moved around quite a lot, including living in a whole other country and several places within this country, and also apparently I was quite an annoying child. I had no problem making friends, but people didn't really want to stay friends with me. And when you're trying to find people to skateboard with who will support you, who will give you advice and show you what to do, it does make it kind of hard when I didn't have that social gift as a kid. Don't get me wrong, I don't feel like I'm that way now. I've got friends I've been friends with literally for 20 odd years, like a whole massive group of people. I feel confident in myself right now, and because of that, a few years ago I did try and get back into skateboarding just before the store opened, and I spent a good few months relearning the basics. Turns out it's genuinely terrifying to be on a skateboard when you're a grown-ass man. Being a kid, when you feel indestructible, the amount of stuff you just try and hope it works compared to the stuff you daren't even attempt as an adult, man, it's a very different thing. And then after doing a few months, I started relearning how to ollie successfully, and a lot of that came down to just where to put your feet. Before you even figure out how to land it, make sure your feet are in the right place, and on one particular occasion, one of my foot wasn't in the right place, and I broke my elbow pretty badly. And unfortunately, it kind of killed my drive to do it, and I really wish it hadn't done. I wish I could tell you I could get through it and realise it was just a slight injury and I could absolutely carry on and do it. But I got scared. I tried to get pads, see if that would help, but again I was struggling to find the right kind of people who would be my age or my skill level, who could help me out and get me over the hump, and I never quite managed it. And it's a shame, because I really, really like it, and I still love skateboarding. The reels I get on Facebook recommendations are either really cute animals or people doing skateboarding tricks. I have watched countless times Dogtown Lizzie Boys and Lords of Dogtown. I absolutely love this kind of thing, so when I saw that Grommets was out, I was like, right, okay, my bias is high. But I can't let people just phone it in when they do stuff like this. Just because you're writing a comic book, an anti-authoritarian spider hero, or if you're going to do something which really leans into my interests, like let's say a Western horror genre mashup, you can't phone it in. You can't just be of the setting of the genre and don't really engage with it. Thankfully, creative team for this one absolutely engages with it. We've got Brian Posehn, who people probably have heard of. He's famous both inside and outside the comic book world. He's a writer of Deadpool and a stand-up comedian and writer of a whole bunch of stuff. He's internet famous. He's amazing. Mix that in with Rick Remender, a writer who, although I don't love every single thing he's done, is responsible for one of my all-time favourite comic books, Deadly Class. So I was like, yes, of course, and I'm really, really enjoying his Napalm Lullaby at the moment. Put on the artwork Brett Parson, who is spectacular. The amount of stuff this guy's got his name on is ridiculous, and he brings his A-game to it. I mean, the cover alone, just look at the sky for the colouring as well, which is Marino Dinicio, and I'm afraid I don't know them well enough to talk about them too much, but they do a fantastic job. In fact, everything about this comic book is fantastic. The reason I had to go and tell you about all that stuff, because I don't think my emotional response would carry the weight unless you knew what it meant to me. And when I say my emotional response, I mean at times when I was reading this, I literally had a lump in my throat. And it wasn't through sadness or a feeling of loss, although maybe a little bit, because I know I can't do this kind of stuff anymore. It was the joy of remembering what it was like to be like this, being in school and carrying my board with me everywhere, and knowing that it was absolutely knackered because I couldn't afford to get a replacement, but I still would never get rid of it until I literally gave up skateboarding. It is a joy to be part of this community, and because the creators of this comic book know what that means and have been part of that community, it comes through and through. The heft to some of the beats in this are brilliant. What it feels like to be an outsider at school and to find your people. What it means to try your luck, try your hand, and it go terribly wrong. The confidence you have to get up and keep going. And again, mix all that in with some of the most lively, vibrant, absolutely pitch-perfect, both time and place artwork. I don't think I've had an emotional response like this to a comic book without like Daniel Warren Johnson or Garth Ennis being involved. And those are two people I rate exceptionally highly. I honestly love this. I've gone onto the Diamond UK website as I was reading the review, to prepare for this one, and ordered extras, because I don't want to be out of it. I want to be able to tell people it's amazing and that they should read it and it's fantastic and worth your time. Honestly, I went in expecting greatness, but being prepared to be let down, and exceeded every expectation. Genuinely fantastic book. So glad I put it on my pull list the moment I saw it was out there. I hope if you have any of the same feelings or history that I had with skateboarding, you take your time and go to a comic book store and pick this up. You're going to absolutely love it. Anyway, that's it for me. I have gone over by quite a bit on this one, unsurprisingly. It's a shorter week because of the bank holiday, but I'm going to try and get some more reviews done. There's this Helverine thing I'm going to give it a look at later on. Until I see you all again, though, look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. Bye!